Today, I want to talk about building visibility within your organization. When I was in corporate, I don't think I paid much attention to it, frankly. To be very honest, I was focused on execution, delivering projects successfully quarter after quarter, and that's great. That's the first step, but that's not the end of it, right? If you want to truly grow in your organization, and if you are working in a big organization, execution alone is not going to be enough to get you the visibility. It would, yes, help you to get that visibility with your manager and maybe the skip level, but not necessarily with the senior folks who could end up as your sponsors when you're not in the room. So, what is it that you can do, right? Now, before that, I want you to get into this mindset of thinking about visibility as something which for which you're building a system, right? You're building small actions on an everyday basis to get you what you want. So let's break this down. Number one, when a project closes, pause. Don't be in a hurry to jump on to the next one. Take some time to reflect about what worked, what didn't work, and looking back, what you would have done differently. Put that in an email. Share it with your peer product teams, with your business stakeholders, teams whose support that you took when you did your project. Thank people who helped you generously, right? That's number one. Second, when you're navigating through a project, if you see that something is looking to break, be the first one to name it. Not as a complaint, but more as somebody who is vigilant, who is looking out, and ensure that you socialize it so that people are aware that next time they know that, okay, this person, is aware and he or she is actually vigilant, right? Then the third thing, if you've been in meetings, let's say with business stakeholders or with other, project members or even with senior folks, once you get out of the meeting, again, take some time to pause and think about what is that one authentic thing that you can share, like your thinking that you could share as an observation, you know, to to someone whom you think could be a sponsor for you. Do this consistently, and over time, they are going to be able to see how do you think, how do you, look at the various things that are impacting a particular decision making. A lot of different things will come up. Yes, initially, when you would message a senior person, have the expectation that they are not going to respond, right? Because obviously they are super busy. Know that they are, though, reading your messages, and over time, sharing your thinking builds familiarity, which is like the stepping stone for sponsorship. You might, though, wonder at this point, I don't even know who my sponsors are in my organization. Fair enough. You can start here. Think about who are going to be impacted by the projects that your team is looking to deliver. Just start there, you know. Then, with the current AI disruption, there is a lot of org reshuffles that are happening, that will continue to happen over time. People will come and go, managers will move out, new business stakeholders could come in, a lot of different things will happen. So you may wonder, what is the point of me taking all of this effort to build these relationships if eventually, the old relationships will fade away, and you will have to do this all over again with the people who are coming in new into the organization. And for that, I really don't have an answer because, yes, there are no shortcuts here. You will still have to start building relationships with the new people who come into your organization. But know that once you have figured out this system of how to build visibility using these small repeated actions on an everyday basis, you're not starting from zero, you're starting from experience. And this compounds, it's literally the power of compounding, right? That at the end of a period of, let's say, 4 to 5 months, you would have made enough connections and built familiarity with the few key people who could speak for you when you're not in the room. And that's what is needed. Finally, I would leave you with one thought. If you haven't read Atomic Habits by James Clear yet, it's a great read. It's a great read, especially when you are looking to build new habits. If you're liking my content so far, do like and subscribe.